Welcome to week 2 of the Yoga for Disc Golf Introductory series. This week we are going to focus on standing externally rotated poses. We're going to touch on what a Vinyasa and a sun salutation is, and we're going to introduce the concept of Pranayama or breath control. All right, let's get to our mats. We're going to start practice today lying on our back. Bring your feet together with your knees wide apart so that your legs are in Baddha Konasana. Today, we're going to introduce our second concept of yoga, which is Pranayama. Pranayama refers to the practice of breath control. Today, we're going to practice the Viloma Pranayama, which breaks the breath into 3 parts. The upper part of the breath, which is the collarbones to the diaphragm, the area where your rib cage is. The middle, the diaphragm or your belly to the top of your hips. And then the third part, which is the top of your hips down to your pelvic floor. Start by taking a deep inhale without tensing your body. Follow with a long, slow exhale. Feel your lungs deflate, followed by your abdomen. Then finally, exhale completely, feeling that even the air in your pubis has been emptied. Slowly inhale, filling just the bottom third of your breath, and pause. Inhale to fill your abdomen, and pause. Now, inhale to fill your chest, making sure not to tense up. And exhale slowly and smoothly all the way to your pelvic floor. Inhale, just the bottom third, and pause. Second third, pause. Now fill your lungs. And exhale. Empty all of the air from your body until it feels like you're going to strain. One more time. Inhale, bottom third. Pause. Inhale to fill the second third. Pause. Now inhale to fill your rib cage all the way up to your collarbones. And exhale. Release the breath control and just return to a normal pattern. Inhale to raise your arms up and reaching your hips out of your lower back. Exhale to take your arms backward, keeping the tension in your belly. Inhale, back up. And exhale to take your arms back. Inhale, back up. And exhale to take your arms back. Inhale, back up. Now keeping your arms up, bring your knees together and raise your legs so that your knees are stacked over your hips and your legs are at a 90-degree angle. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, push your right foot out in front of you and lower your leg towards the ground. Inhale to bring your leg up, and exhale to push your left foot forward, out in front of you and towards the ground. Inhale, back up, Exhale, right leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lower the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale to lower the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale to lower the left. Inhale, back up. Now this time we're going to try lowering our opposite arm at the same time as our leg is lowering. You're going to want to pretend that someone took a boatload of duct tape and taped your hips to the floor so that your hips cannot move side to side as we lower our limbs. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower your right leg and your left arm. Inhale, back up, and exhale to lower your left leg and right arm. And switch. And switch. Take your arms down and place your feet on the mat, taking them mat distance apart. Let your knees fall to the left. Now take your knees to the right. Come to your hands and your knees in a tabletop position. We're going to warm up the spine with a few cat-cows. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your pelvis down and moving one vertebrae at a time, round your back towards the ceiling and let your head fall towards the floor. Now starting at your pelvis again, inhale to tilt your pelvis up, drop your belly towards the floor, and raise your chest and chin towards the ceiling. Exhale to round your back, and inhale to arch your back. 2 more, moving with your own breath. Now come up to standing at the front of your mat. Ground through your heels. Now distribute your weight evenly through your heels. The mound at the base of your big toe and the mound at the base of your little toe. Draw your kneecaps up and then round your tailbone so it comes forward and up. Draw your butt muscles up. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Turn your biceps forward and stretch your arms down with palms facing your thigh. Then relax the arms and let them hang naturally. Keep your head centered over your ankles, reaching your crown towards the sky. This is called Tadasana, or mountain pose. All of the standing poses originate from this pose, and it's important to become familiar with this pose, as the principles apply throughout other postures. Relax into a stand, and then shift your weight into your left foot, and come up to balance, barely raising your right foot off the ground. Now squeeze your right glute tight, and see how that action automatically causes your femur to rotate in the hip socket and become externally rotated. Your strong butt muscles help to create an opening in the hip socket. Bring your foot back down, and now put your weight into your right foot. Lift your left and tighten to feel the rotation. Today, we're going to work on a few standing externally rotated poses. So throughout the practice, I want you to be conscious about using your strong butt muscles to provide support and opening. Turn to your side and spread your feet 4 to 4.5 feet apart. Raise your arms parallel to the floor. Turn your left leg towards your right just slightly, and then turn your right leg 90 degrees to the right. Pull your left kneecap up and bend your right leg towards a right angle with your knee balanced over your heel. Look at your left leg and make sure your feet and thigh are pointing the same direction so that there is no twisting in your knee. Press down through your outer left foot and now push through your right heel and stretch the right inner thigh towards the knee. Engage your outer right hip and ensure your knee isn't falling left, but is tracking straight ahead. Warrior 2. Now breathe. Try to find ease within the effort. Don't become overwhelmed. Reconnect to your outer left foot, and moving from the hips, bring your right forearm to your right thigh or a hand to a block. Take your left hand to your hip, ground through your right heel, engaging your outer hip, and then reach your left arm over your left ear, palm facing down. Extended side angle. Come back up to Warrior 2. Parallel your feet, and then turn your right leg in slightly and your left leg 90 degrees out. Pull your right kneecap tight and bend your left leg towards a right angle with your knee balanced over your heel. Make sure your feet and thighs are moving the same direction. Ground through your outer right foot and push through the left heel. Stretch the inner thigh towards the knee. Don't let your knee fall to the right. Engage your outer left hip. Warrior 2. Reconnect to the outer right foot, and moving from the hips, bring your left forearm to your left thigh or a hand to a block. Take your right hand to your hip, ground through your left heel, engaging your outer hip, and then reach your right arm over your right ear, palm facing down. Extended side angle. Come back up to Warrior 2 and step to the front of your mat for Mountain. Inhale to raise your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and hinge at your hips, folding your torso towards your thighs. Let your arms hang or come to rest on the ground. Pull your navel in towards your spine. Soften your shoulders and broaden through your collarbones to open the chest and back. Keeping the bend in your knees. Inhale to reach through your feet to extend your heart over your toes, finding length in your spine. Bringing your hands to your shins, maybe fingertips to floor for a halfway lift. Plant your hands and step back to a plank pose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, pressing firmly from your shoulder blades through your hands to the floor. Draw the lower belly up. Engage your thighs and lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Now imagine you're pressing your heels against a wall directly behind you. Exhale to lower your body in between your hands, using strong arms and the power of your shoulder blades. Inhale to flip the tops of your feet down into the floor. Using your strong upper back, raise your head and chest away from the floor. Now straighten your arms to assist your strong upper back in rolling upwards to lift the waist and knees from the floor. Upward facing dog. Push up and backward while tucking your toes under into a downward facing dog. Feel free to take a generous bend in your knees so that you can feel your tailbone pointing up towards the sky and your spine releasing down. From the heels of your hands into the floor, lifting along your inner arms from your wrist to the tops of your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades against your back and then widen to draw them towards your tail. Don't force your heel bones down. Instead, reach from your sit bones down through your heels to create length in the hamstrings. Look forward and step your feet in between your hands for a halfway lift. And then fold forward. This sequence is called a sun salutation. A portion of it is referred to as a vinyasa. When I say take a vinyasa, it is the plank to chaturanga push-up into upward facing dog, back into down dog sequence of poses. We're going to practice a few more of the Surya Namaskara, or sun salutations. This time with a little more pace. Inhale to reach your heart forward for halfway lift, and then exhale to fold deeper. Inhale, push through your feet and come up into stand. Raise your arms. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, reach your heart forward for a halfway lift. Place your hands and step back into plank pose. Chaturanga, lower in between your hands. Inhale to roll into up dog. Exhale to push back into down dog. Look forward and step in between your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale to raise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands and step back into plank. Chaturanga, lower in between your hands. Inhale into up dog. Exhale, push back into down dog. Look forward and step in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, heart reaching forward. And exhale to fold. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. Stand in mountain and shift your weight into the four corners of your left foot. Ground through your left leg. Pull your right glute tight to externally rotate like earlier. And plant your right toes next to your left foot and rest your heels against your calf. Bring your hands to your heart. If your balance is going well, you can raise the sole of your foot up your left leg, so long as you're not on your right knee or pushing outward against your hip. You'll build the flexibility to move your right foot higher with practice. If you can, raise your arms up. Tree pose. Lower your foot and come back into mountain. Shift your weight into your right and bring your left leg up your right leg. Hands at your heart. If you can, raise your arms. Harden through your left outer hip. And come back into mountain. Lie on your back for Savasana. Arms at your side, palms facing the sky. Let your feet come as wide as the mat, and then flop open. Eyes closed. Just breathe normally. Let your whole body sink into the floor. Relax your feet. From your hips to your ankles, allow your whole leg to relax. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks. Relax your mind. Just lie still, one with your environment. Slowly open your eyes Bend your knees. Roll to your side. Push up into seated. Namaste.